Imagine waking up every single day with absolute clarity about who you must become. No hesitation, no excuses, no inner voice whispering, "I'll start tomorrow." For the samurai of feudal Japan, delaying action was never an option. Weakness wasn't simply a flaw in character. It was a death sentence. And because of this brutal reality, they developed something far greater than combat skills or physical endurance. They forged an entire system for shaping the human being from the inside out. A method designed not only to harden the body, but to completely reconstruct the mind. This system was built on two foundations: Bushido, the way of the warrior, and Shoujo, the path of austere training. And here's what most people never tell you. These philosophies were never meant to sound beautiful or comforting. They were created to function on real battlefields, under real pressure, where mistakes meant death. You've likely heard words like Japanese discipline, samurai honor, or warrior code. But what truly happened when a young warrior stepped into a dojo for the very first time? What trials did he endure? How was he stripped down, broken apart, and rebuilt stronger than before? And more importantly, how can you apply these same principles today in the modern world without ever lifting a sword? Before we continue, if you enjoy content about Eastern philosophy, ancient wisdom, and Japanese tradition, support the channel by liking the video and pressing the hype button. It helps this message reach more people. Also, comment below, "I reject weakness." Write it as a declaration that you are choosing a new direction in your life. Now, let's begin. Chapter 1, Bushido. 3 Japanese characters that literally translate to the way of the warrior. But make no mistake, this was not just any path. It was the path. The only path a samurai could walk if he wanted to survive, and more than that, if he wanted to live with purpose. Bushido emerged between the 12th and 16th centuries, during Japan's feudal era. This was a time of constant warfare. Clans fought relentlessly for territory and power. Betrayal was common. Death was routine. And within this chaos, a critical question arose. How do you create warriors who do not run? How do you forge men who choose death over dishonor? The answer was Bushido. Not merely a moral code, but a complete philosophy of life. A system designed to reshape the human mind. Bushido rested upon 7 fundamental virtues. Gi, righteousness. Doing what is right, even when no one is watching. U, courage. Not the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. Jin, compassion. Strength without kindness becomes cruelty. Rei, respect. Recognizing the worth of others without arrogance. Makoto, honesty. Your word is your life. Meiyo, honor. Your reputation matters more than survival. Chugi, loyalty. Absolute devotion to one's master, family, and purpose. Understand this clearly. These virtues were not optional. They were not ideals to aspire to someday. They were the framework that kept a samurai alive mentally and physically. Violating them meant one of 2 outcomes: execution or seppuku, ritual suicide. Because in that world, living without honor was worse than dying. Pause for a moment and consider this. Imagine a society where your word holds more value than your life itself, where admitting a lie is worse than death, where weakness is not just shameful, but intolerable. Extreme? Yes, but it worked. And it produced some of the most disciplined, focused, and formidable warriors in history. Let me tell you a story. In the 16th century, a young boy named Ted entered the dojo of a renowned master. He is 14 years old. His father was killed in battle. His family is gone. He owns nothing except the clothes he wears, and a promise made before his father died: "I will become strong." The master looks at him and says, "Strength? You don't know what strength is, but I will teach you if you survive." For the first 6 months, Teda does not touch a sword. No techniques. No combat. Instead, he cleans the dojo, carries water, washes clothes, serves tea, wakes before dawn, and sleeps after everyone else. Every mistake, spilt water, lukewarm tea, careless movement is punished. This is Bushido. Before learning to fight, you learn to serve. Before mastering external power, you conquer internal weakness. The master understood that a warrior without humility is dangerous, and a warrior without discipline is useless. After 6 months, Teda finally picks up a wooden sword. He practices the same movements thousands of times, every single day, for months. When he asks, "When will I learn advanced techniques?" the master replies, "When these movements become you, when you no longer think, when they flow like breath." It takes 2 years, and only then does the real training begin. Let me be clear. I am not telling you to live exactly as the samurai did centuries ago. They lived in a brutal era without comfort, without safety nets, where a single mistake could cost a life. What I am teaching is how to apply their philosophy to modern life: discipline, commitment, righteousness, courage, compassion, respect, honesty, honor, loyalty. This is how you become a modern warrior, but something is still missing. Chapter 2, Shujino. That you understand Bushido, the code, we move to its execution. Shujo, often translated as austere training, but that definition falls short. Shujo is not training. It is forging. It is voluntary suffering with purpose. It is the process of being broken down and rebuilt stronger. The samurai believed a harsh truth. You only discover who you truly are at the limits of your body and mind. Comfort hides weakness. Ease masks incompetence. Only extreme conditions reveal reality. Shoujo included practices that would seem insane today. Mizagi, standing beneath freezing waterfalls at dawn in winter. Takyo, meditation under crushing water pressure. Kengeiko, intense training in brutal winter cold. Shoku Gaiko, training under the burning summer sun. These were not short sessions. They lasted all day, for weeks or months. The goal was simple: destroy the ego. That voice inside your head that says, "This is too hard. I can't do this." Shujo silences it. Because when you are deep into suffering, exhausted, hungry, aching, and you continue anyway, something shifts. You release that voice is not you. It is fear. And fear can be ignored. Consider Miyamoto Musashi, Japan's most legendary samurai. He fought and won over 60 duels to the death. How did he train? Alone, years in the mountains. No master. No dojo. In the Book of 5 Rings he wrote, "I am not a master of anything." Around the age of 30, I looked back and realized my victories were not due to understanding strategy. So I began training day and night to seek the deep principle. And that principle still exists today for anyone willing to endure the path. At 50, I naturally arrived at the path of strategy. From that moment on, I lived without needing to follow the path of others. This is Shujo. You do not follow a method. You become the method. Musashi literally reprogrammed his brain through intentional suffering. He eliminated hesitation. He eliminated doubt. He eliminated fear. And when he entered battle, he had already won, because mentally, he was completely unshakable. Chapter 3. Modern application now. You might be thinking, okay, but I'm not a samurai. I'm not going to meditate under an icy waterfall. How do I apply this to my real life? That's a great question, and the answer is simpler than it seems. Bushido and Shujo are not about swords or armor. They are about timeless principles of human development. And these principles work in every context: academia, work, relationships, career, and personal life. Let me translate each virtue of Bushido into modern life.gi, righteousness. Do the right thing even when no one is watching. Don't cheat on your diet. Don't skip your workout. Don't lie at work. Integrity in everything.you. Courage. Have difficult conversations. Confront your fears. Make that call. Send that message. Make that decision.jin. Compassion. Be strong but not cruel. Help those in need. Teach those who don't know. Strengthen the people around you. Rei. Respect. Treat everyone with dignity. From the CEO to the janitor. From your boss to the waiter. Respect knows no hierarchy. Makoto. Honesty. Your word is sacred. If you say you'll do something, do it. If you make a promise, keep it. May your honor build a solid reputation. Be known for consistency. Be the person who always delivers. Shubi, loyalty. Commit fully to your family, your goals, and your word. No half measures. Now let's move to Shujyo, the practical execution. First, choose your voluntary discomfort. The samurai had icy waterfalls. You have the gym at 5 a.m., a difficult project, or learning a new skill. Choose something your brain resists and do it daily. No negotiation. But be careful. As I've explained in other videos about Kaizen continuous improvement, you cannot change everything overnight. Don't choose 5 extreme discomforts at once. That can backfire, creating stress that breaks you and sends you back to where you started. Choose one uncomfortable action and commit to it daily. Second, train to the extreme, not just on motivated days, especially on bad days, tired days, days with zero motivation. These are the days that matter most, because these are the days that reprogram your mind. Third, eliminate leaks. The samurai didn't have Netflix. They didn't have social media. They didn't have endless distractions. You do, and these escapes are killing your potential. Identify your escape routes and cut them off. Learn to give your brain strategic rewards. Don't use rewards as escapes. Create challenges and assign rewards deliberately. For example, if I go to the gym today, I can watch that episode tonight. If I read 10 pages, I can go for a walk. Fourth, create unbreakable rituals. The samurai lived by strict routines. Wake up, meditate, train, eat, train again, sleep. Every day without exception. You need the same. Create a morning routine, a workout routine, a study routine. Follow it religiously. But understand this life isn't a perfectly controlled environment. Emergencies happen. Travel happens. When that occurs, adapt. The samurai were disciplined, but they were also adaptable like water flowing over any surface. Fifth, practice the death of the ego. Accept criticism. Ask for feedback. Admit when you're wrong. Stay humble. Your ego is your greatest weakness. It prevents growth. Destroy it daily. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, who studied human performance for decades, discovered something remarkable. The happiest and most fulfilled people are not those who avoid challenges. They are those who voluntarily enter difficult situations and overcome them repeatedly. Without realizing it, he was describing Shujyo. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman explains that doing something difficult, especially early in the day, releases dopamine in a healthy way. You train your brain to associate effort with reward. That's exactly what the samurai did. They didn't know modern neuroscience, but they understood the result. Modern studies of neuroplasticity confirm this. You literally rebuild your brain through repeated discipline. Every time you do something difficult, new neural connections form. You become biologically different. This is not a metaphor. This is science. But there's one detail almost no one talks about. The samurai had a concept called Ichigo Ichi-one moment, one encounter. Each moment is unique and will never repeat. That's why they lived with intensity. Because the opportunity you have now to change, to grow, to become stronger may not exist tomorrow. That workout you're thinking of skipping might be the one that changes everything. That conversation you're avoiding could define your next year. Ichigo Ichi. Now or never. So let's recap. You learned about Bushido, the complete code that structured a samurai's life through 7 fundamental virtues. You learned about Shujio, the brutal forging process, through intentional discomfort. And you learned how to apply these principles today without a sword or armor. But now comes the most important part. Knowledge without action is entertainment. And you didn't come here to be entertained. You came to change. So let me ask you directly. What will your Shujio be? What difficult thing will you choose to do every single day for the next 30 days without exception? Gym at 5 a.m.? Cold showers? Studying 2 hours daily? Working on that project you always avoid? Choose one. Commit to it, because the samurai understood something most people never will. You don't become strong by avoiding weakness. You become strong by destroying weakness daily. And yes, it hurts. Pain with purpose rebuilds you. Pain without purpose destroys you. So choose. Will you be another person who knows but does nothing? Or someone who rejects weakness and forges themselves daily? If this video impacted you, comment below what your personal Shujio will be. Public commitment is powerful. Until the next video, reject weakness, always.